House of Representatives is set to investigate the recent killing of 13 wedding guests in Mangun, Plateau State. This comes as President Bola Tinubu declined the assent to the National Assembly Library Trust Fund Amendment Bill. Jakadisa has more.
The public outrage over the killing of some passengers in Mangun, Plateau State has not stopped since the unfortunate incident happened last week. Sadiq Abdullahi is from Kaduna State. He raised a matter of urgent public importance to condemn the killing of his kinsmen in Mangun, Plateau State. The lawmaker is not satisfied with the intervention of the Plateau State governor and wants a definite action taken to ensure justice is served. But the speaker acknowledged that some steps have been taken so far by the Plateau State government as he assures his colleagues the process of achieving justice has been put in motion.
Despite previous resolutions of this Honorable House and repeated assurances from security agencies, attacks of this nature continue unabated, raising serious questions about the adequacy of security architecture and protection of lives and properties in Nigeria.
The House resolved to mandate its ad-hoc committee on Plateau State crisis to probe the incident and submit its report in 14 days. Earlier, President Bola Tinubu, through a letter addressed to the Speaker, informed the House of his resolve to withhold assent to the National Assembly Library Trust Fund Amendment Bill.
Notwithstanding the laudable objectives of the legislation, certain provisions contained therein go against the settled law and policies of the federal government.
The Director General, National Health Insurance Scheme, will appear before the lawmakers to answer some pertinent questions as the House of Reps launches investigation into allegations of underperformance.
Despite the efforts of the government to adequately back NHIS, its funding is generally considered inadequate, and this causes delayed payments to healthcare providers such as the hospitals and clinics.
Nigeria's government party, APC, now has 2 additional members in the House of Representatives. The Speaker announced that Peter Akpanke of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and Paul Nnamchi of Labour Party have now pitched their camp with the APC, citing irreconcilable party differences as reasons for their defection. For the second time, the House of Representatives is seeking to amend the 2024 Appropriation Act to extend the capital components of the budget from June 30 to December 31. The bill passed second reading, and it is to be considered at the Committee of Supply at the next legislative date. Joke, TVC News, Abuja.
Joke joins me now for more on this story. Let's begin with the withdrawal of assent for the National Assembly Library Trust Fund bill. Walk us through details as to why this was done and how the House of Assembly the House of Representatives has now responded.
Yes, thank you, Nifemi. What we saw today on the floor of the House is not something unusual. We have seen the President from time to time either assent or decline his assent over any bill brought to him. So this time there is we have the National Assembly Library Trust Fund, and what the Parliament is seeking to do is to update that act to ensure that, and basically what it hopes to achieve is to clearly define the Governing Council of that fund, and to also widen the scope of the funding sources. But I think the details were not actually provided, but from the tone of that letter, of course, Mr. President is disposed to necessary amendments to the act, but is also disposed to signing this bill as soon as the right amendments are done, the corrections are made. So it's just about further strengthening the National Assembly Library Trust Fund and ensuring that the goal for which it was set up, of course, is achieved. Is about strengthening the nation's structures and also ensuring that the heritage is not lost, and it also develops enhanced reading ability and reading capacity of Nigerians, particularly lawmakers.
Joke, the House is also investigating the killing of about 13 wedding guests in Plateau. We've seen a lot of reactions from Kaduna, Plateau State. We have the Commissioner for information on the news last night, who confirmed that 22 persons have been arrested and that there seemed to be a coordination between both states in this regard. What is the scope of the House's investigation, especially considering committees of this like in the past?
Yes, what the House actually wants to do is to see that is also to contribute its own quota to this challenge at hand. If you look at now, the thrust of this probe will be to ensure that this particular axis where it has become notorious, like they have said, and that's often from time to time travelers are killed on that road, and so what they want is to put a stop to that. And more importantly for them is that those arrested are prosecuted and brought to justice. The belief is that if this is done, it will stop. It will deter a further occurrence. So this is basically what this is about, to ensure that Nigerians are free to move to any part of the country that they wish to travel to, and to also ensure that citizens live in peace and harmony. The cited Section 14, subsection 2 of the Nigerian Constitution, as amended, of course, which trusts the security and welfare of the citizens on the government. So they are hoping that this time they will be able to put an end to things like this. Though there is also the fear of reprisals, looking at the fact that this thing happened between some indigenes of a particular state, and it happened in another state. So the House is also trying to ensure that there is no reprisal attack as far as this incident is concerned.
Jakarta is live for us in Abuja. Thank you for the updates.